agenda sticks around for those things. I do not.
Hug, Peter, welcome.
Hey, Bob, how are you?
I'm good. How's everything?
Good, thank you.
I got 301, Gerard.
I was going to say I got 301, and as Nancy, Linda Stinson always says, if we get to the second page, then we're allowed to get started as long as we've got enough people to fill up at least a full page of 25. So, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the March edition of Trusted Advisors Town Hall. Appreciate you guys carving out half an hour of your afternoon to get a little update from us and provide any feedback that you can that can help us as we go into the second quarter of 2021, which is we're kind of excited about. So have just three items on our agenda for this afternoon that you'll hear from me, Tammy, and Wendy, not in that particular order. But we'll cover those three items and open up if there's anything additional that you guys need to hear from us. So first thing I wanted to talk about was new recruitment. As we do at every one of our town halls, is give an update on what's going on in the network from a recruitment side. So the update from that perspective is there's not much new. In the end of the fourth quarter 2020, or mid to end fourth quarter 2020, we decided to put on hold the active advertising campaigns that we were working through, Google Ads, Facebook, Franchise Gator, et cetera, variety of the different portals that we've been talking about over the last 6 to 9 months of where we've been advertising. Very strategic decision, just as the holidays were with us and things were still slowed down from the recruitment perspective in terms of interest as people looking at new businesses. So we put that on hold, at the end of fourth quarter. As of tomorrow, beginning of second quarter, that will be back to a full-blown active advertising campaign that'll go back into full-blown stuff from our perspective. So you may start to see ads out there as you're on Google or Bing or what have you in terms of different search engines and things along those lines. As we've done in the past, we'll request that you try not to click on them if you can resist the urge, because if you click on them, we got to pay for it. And so it's might as well save those for some people that don't already think that we're awesome, so that we can find some new people. So you'll start to see that. We're excited about second quarter 2021. As the vaccines are starting to get out more and more, we believe that there's we'll be able to generate some additional interest into the network. Over the last couple of months, we have held a couple of mutual evaluations. Purely the people that have been coming to those mutual evaluations have been straight from referral from you guys. We've had referrals from Arnie, lately Chip Scholes, just has someone coming in to see us next week, I believe. And when I say see us, obviously virtually. Jerry Fonz and several other users as well. So first piece is thank you to those of you that have thought about us. Rick's daughter was with us last week, I believe, as well. So I mean, there's a bunch of different names that get associated with it. And so first off is thank you very much for putting those names in front of us. Not all of them end up becoming the right fit for us, but I will tell you that Wendy, Tammy, and I especially love talking about what we do with new people. So even if we decide that we're not the right fit for each other, those 2-3 hours that we get to spend with people in the business world and talking about sort of our passion, our why, is really exciting and something that we all look forward to. So my request is to keep them coming. So we appreciate them. There's financial incentive for you guys as well, but I know most of you, that's sort of the secondary piece. More of you like to find people in your network that you can help, and hopefully we can help them as well. So that's one of the requests that we have is keep the referrals coming. The other piece that we ask is a continuation of what we talked about at the end of last year, was where you guys can help us in our recruitment of non-connected people. So not referrals from you guys, but those people that are seeing our ads out there as they come into the process. We still go through a phone screening process as well as then a Zoomed mutual evaluation process. We've asked and got some response back from several of you to help in that process. And there's really three different timelines or timeframes that people can help in there. Taking a phone call from somebody before they attend the mutual evaluation, actually coming to the mutual evaluation and sharing a small testimonial of what it is that you're doing in the network with us. And then finally, after the session. So if you're interested in any of those three things and have not told us about that, if you don't mind reaching out and letting one of us know, any of the four of us know that's something that you'd be willing to do, we'd appreciate that. Also in our advertising campaign and in our post mutual evaluation follow-up, we do like to share video testimonials. And so we've got several of those that you'll see if you go into any of our websites and things along those lines. You'll start to see some of those videos that are out there. If you've done one of those for us, and I see several faces on here that I know have already done videos for us, so thank you guys that have shared already, and gals. But if you haven't done one and you're interested in helping a little bit with the reputation from the Trusted Advisors team, please feel free to either shoot yourself, with an iPhone, something along those lines, a minute, 2 minute, 3 minute video of what Trusted Advisors means to you, how we're helpful, whatever it may be. Or if you'd like, we can also video it via Zoom. So if you wanted to set something up, Jenna's helped some folks in the past where we've set up a Zoom meeting, and Jenna's gone in and recorded it and then gone in and edited out pieces where you were thinking or whatever it may be to make it look cool. So we'll ask that as well. If that's something that you'd be interested in doing, please reach out and let us know. We are excited about 2021's marketing campaign. We have not modified our objectives. Still looking to bring in 10 to 12 new affiliates in 2021, and still believe that that's very doable. With your help, hopefully we'll be able to gold bust it as well. So with that, I'll turn you over to Wendy, I believe, or Tammy. Tammy, one of you guys, whoever wants to talk next.
I'm going to talk next. Thanks, Gerard.
That's all you then.
Along with some exciting news, we're going to give an update on TTI. So far, over 90 folks have signed up. As a reminder, affiliates that sign up start at price level 4, and you don't have to be certified to use the tools. If you do choose to take the 2-day training and become certified, you do move up to the price level 6, and you are available to be part of the TTI's lead pool. The certification that TTI has created is a custom certification, training certification for Trusted Advisors affiliates. The 2 dates that they have are April 6th and 8th, as well as April 20th and 22nd. You should have received an email with a link to the registration form. There is some prep work, so if you're thinking about doing that, you may want to keep in mind that you will have some prep work to do before the actual training dates. So far, we've got we have 17 folks signed up for that as well. We did have some folks saying that they can't attend those dates because they're on a Tuesday and Thursday, and they already have standing, events on those days. Trusted Advisors will be holding their first certification on May 10th and 12th, and that's a Monday and a Wednesday. We will be sending an email that has a link if you're interested and you want to sign up for that. It'll have the registration right there, or you can reach out to anyone at Trusted Advisors and we can take care of that for you as well. With TTI, some things you don't want to forget is they have a lot of other assessments available, things like 360, EQ, stress quotient, sales skills, lots of other things. If you have questions about any of these other tools, please talk to your business development coach at TTI. They are going to be able to help you and answer any questions that you have as it relates to the tools. On the affiliate website, very new to the affiliate website, under the processes menu, you will find we now have a page for TTI. If you haven't completed your onboarding process, you don't have access to this site yet. Once you complete your onboarding access, and this is for affiliates, which is considered the VAA, all VAAs will have access to my TTI SI website. This is a really, really cool website because this website is one-stop shop. You go to this website and it will then link you to setting up assessments, to different training, to your Learn platform. So it makes it a little bit easier to navigate versus having to, pick and choose through all the different websites. It's one-stop shop. And on that website, on our affiliate website, I did a quick little tutorial that tells you what each of their sections of that website is and where it leads you. So I think it'll make it a lot easier for those navigating through the TTI websites. Looking forward to it. As I said, if you have any questions, please reach out to TTI and your business development coach, and they'll be able to help you. With that, Tammy, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Can we ask a question in the meantime, or do you want to save that?
Well, go for it, Sandy.
Just quickly, when Towne does the TTI training in May, is that equal to what TTI is doing in the April ones? I mean, it probably has a cost. It's to say you get the certification, blah, blah, blah.
Yep, it's the same price. It's just through Trusted Advisors instead of through TTI.
Okay.
I am sitting through both of them in April as a way to, go through their train the trainer process.
Mhm.
And then they've graced us to basically conduct the exact same thing.
Okay.
So you won't be missing anything from an agenda perspective.
I have another question. If we do it with TTI and then we roll into May or June and we have questions that we want to discuss as we did with Intermetrics, can we call the office or we have to call TTI?
If it's about how to implement the tools, you can certainly call me, but as it relates to the tools themselves, I think your better resource right now is your business development coach.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. But like you and I, Bob, you and I've had conversations when you got a report and said, I want to go over this before I go over it with John. That's still very much, a viable resource. But the usage of the tools, we're not as well versed in some of the additional tools yet that I think your business development coach will probably get you where you need to go faster and quicker.
Okay, good. Thanks.
You're welcome. Anybody else have any questions? Just as a reminder, the 2 in April, this was helpful for some folks who wanted to get it in quicker. We sent it out in an email. If you can do, the 6th, but you can't do the 8th, but you can do the 21st, that's a viable plan of action. And that's helped with some folks' calendars that said, oh God, I can't do it on these particular types of days. So I know some folks I've talked with have said, and TTI is fine with it because it's the exact same format. So if you can do this Tuesday and not the Thursday, but you can do the second Thursday or vice versa, that is an option as well.
Are you sure vice versa is an option?
I meant vice versa as Tuesday, first Tuesday, second Thursday, first Thursday, second Tuesday. That's what I
Okay.
meant.
Oh, you
Okay.
can actually do that. This
I
No,
didn't think you could take them in
the
reverse
second one
order.
doesn't follow on you don't have to have taken the first session before you
Yeah.
can do the second.
I apologize. I apologize. I take that back.
That's that working from home for a year that's probably getting to you.
Hey, Tam?
Yeah.
Knowing that I'm one of the guys that's doing that, if there's anybody else that's seriously doing for the first Tuesday and the second Thursday and have not yet signed up, TTI is expecting a whole bunch of pre-work done between now and midnight Sunday night. And we're talking about multiple hours. We're not talking about multiple minutes. So if that's something that you think is on your radar screen, that needs to be a takeaway coming out of today's call for real.
The third subject that we wanted to review today is just an update on new material development and our goal for 2021. One of the things that we committed to, and we talked about it at Power Summit, one of those new chapters that's been requested is a chapter on conflict. That chapter is been developed. It's currently in the test platform for you to make comments and feedback. That's just a reminder, because if you have a desire to make comments or to read it and give feedback, that platform is going to shut down at the end of business today. So you've got a couple more hours to be able to do that. Once we get all of the comments, I have looked at a lot of the comments, a lot of them make sense. What we'll do after it shuts down is we'll then, work through and add, change, and modify based upon what makes the most sense. So we'll keep you updated on when that chapter will be available. That chapter can be used very much as a standalone. It can be used very much as a customization in any of the existing processes, very similar to how we first created diversity and culture and emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence and diversity are a part of the new leadership process, but they can be added to any of the processes that you may wish to customize. I had a call today, and this is just a reminder. Hank Sullivan reached out this morning, his time, and basically he's putting together an executive forum, and he wanted to know if we still sold chapters as chapters. And I'm just using that as a reminder, because if Hank's pretty active in the network, and if he wasn't sure, there might be some other of you out there that need that reminder as well. So his executive forum is going to be an ongoing relationship with folks that he's already coached. Those folks still want more to do with Hank, and he's going to use some of the individual chapters as content and format for the executive forum going forward. So it's kind of a cool idea to take ongoing coaching and give existing clients new information, new ideas, new discussion topics. One of the other things that we committed to in 2021 is revamp the team leadership and the management process. One was going to be unveiled in June, the other one was going to be unveiled in October. We've modified that based upon feedback that we got at the last town hall and Power Summit. We're going to take the unique chapters out of team leadership and management, and we're going to rework those, because we're going to use the new leadership process as a base, because everybody really, really loves that. So the 4 chapters that are going to be worked on next are leading organizational goals and projects, building successful teams, creating and managing performance, employee evaluation, and discipline. So because we've kind of changed course a little bit, we're pretty excited and committed that we'll be able to have all of that material revamped and available for unveil in June, instead of having to space it out June through October. So we're able to ramp up our time frame a little bit faster. We unveiled the new marketing tools, the new marketing seminars in February. So you have those accessible to you as well. So those are our 3 major points of communication today. So now we'll open it up to questions, feedback, suggestions. Nancy?
Let me get there. Just a kind of a suggestion, or maybe something to call people's attention to. I sent Wendy an article that I came across this morning, and ironically, it was about the gig environment that people are working in. And in the article, it clearly suggested to people that they could be coaches and they could charge money for it, and they could be executive coaches and charge $450 for it. And at no point did it make any reference to the need to be certified, or more importantly, use stuff like we have. So that's just kind of a reminder. There are more and more people, there's more and more competition coming out there, and we have an advantage. We have stuff. It amazes me that some people coach without using our products. But that gives us, I think, an edge over many, many other people in the country or in the world. So I just wanted to share that. It's coming along, so we need to be prepared.
Thank you, Nancy. Great thought. Other thoughts or questions? On these subject matters that we had today, or in general?
think I'll just comment on what Nancy just said. The extra added value as well, and our differentiator is the network and the power that we have in leveraging different levels of experience, different backgrounds, our own diversity. So I think that that is another secret sauce that we have that others don't. So.
Well put, Bertha.
Hey, this is Mike Myers. I have a request I'll put out to the group. Does anybody have an old debriefing guide for the Trimetrics legacy? They don't have a current debriefing guide for the attributes part, and the Acumen debriefing guide doesn't match. And I went off and sold from an empty wagon, and so now I'm looking at this thing like a dog watching TV. So any help will be greatly appreciated.
George, if you're still on the call, do you have any of those old debriefing guides from TTI?
Mike, have you asked Jerry or George or Hank or Tom, or any of those guys directly yet?
No, I just got the no from TTI.
Here's
So
George.
yeah.
I think I do. I'll have to look. And who should I send it to?
No, it's Mike Myers. I'll give you a call, George.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. All right. I think I do. It'd take me a few minutes after we get off the call to look it up.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Maybe it would be good for Tan to have a copy of that somewhere too.
Well, once you
Okay.
get certified, you would go to the more modern, assessment, and it may not be necessary, but between now and then, you have access to the old stuff.
Sounds great.
There's quite a few people that like the Trimetrics legacy. They don't particularly, they prefer it versus the new one. So,
George, if you'll just send that to me too as well, and we'll post it
Okay.
to the affiliate website on that TTI page.
okay.
Great. Thank you. Thank you all.
For anybody who's not yet I realize most of us probably are, but anybody who's not interacting yet with TTI, it really is a pleasure to work with them in terms of their thoroughness and following up.
And I'll second that, Doug. They seem to have all the time in the world for you.
Yeah, I want to second that because, or on the third one commenting, they have been fabulous, just fabulous. So I didn't enter it with that because I had this long relationship with Intermetrics, but I think that we made a really good move as an organization.
Yep, as they say, things happen for a reason, and I think this definitely put us at a better place.
It was fun doing my debrief that they have us all do. And I shared my 10-year-old advanced insights with the TTSI debriefer. And that was a lot of fun going through the contrast between old and new and how much both similar and different those two programs are.
Awesome.
So,
Glad that you're enjoying the relationship.
this is Peter. You mentioned the MyTTISI website, and I went there. How do we get the username and password for that?
Yes, Peter, once you complete your onboarding process, you have to be all the way through your onboarding process, and then you will get access to it. They'll send that to you. Once you get that access, it's going to make your life so much easier because, as I said, you can navigate in between the different platforms. And if you go to the affiliate website, to the TTI page, you'll see a description of what each of the categories or each of the pages on the TTI, my TTISI website are about.
Okay, thanks. And I forget, did we get the date for this onboarding? We probably did, right?
It's virtual.
Watching the videos on DISC and driving forces.
Oh, it's just completing videos online?
Yep. But once you do those online learning, the self-paced online learning pieces.
And if for some reason you're not sure, just reach out to them and ask them about it.
Okay, it's on their site?
Yep, it's on the TTI Learn.
I don't think you'll find it on their site. You got to get a letter from your
Yeah, you'll get an
solutions guy,
email
and then
link.
they give you a link.
Yeah, you're gonna talk to your business development coach and
Yeah.
they'll take care of
Yeah.
that for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
call them first, yeah.
We knew this was going to be a shorter town hall, but certainly don't have to, if no one has any other comments, feedback, or questions, we can give you minutes back to your life. But I don't want to rush anybody off. I'm getting some thumbs up that we're good, so.
Right.
Well, thank you all for your participation. We'll keep you updated and have a great holiday weekend with your families.
You too. We yield our time back.
Yes, right. Right.
Take care, everybody.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, all.
Well,
What happened? Why did that not go?